He was born in a place that no longer exists, not destroyed by fire or reduced to rubble, but erased quietly, line by line, from maps and records. The village had a name once, spoken by thousands. Now it survives only in the memories of a few, and even those memories are fading. As a child, he learned early that silence was safer than questions. His parents whispered at night, careful with every word, as if walls could listen. By the time he was 10, he understood that history was something dangerous, something that could turn against you without warning. The first regime arrived promising order. They brought uniforms, slogans, and new flags. They rewrote laws and renamed streets. People cheered because cheering was expected. Those who did not cheer were remembered. He survived by being invisible. When the second regime came, they called the first one criminals. Statues were pulled down, books were burned, names were removed from records. The past was declared a lie, and a new truth was announced overnight. Anyone who remembered differently became a problem. He learned to forget on command. War followed soon after, not the kind with heroic speeches, but the kind that empties houses and leaves doors swinging in the wind. Men disappeared first, then women, then entire families. Trains left full and returned empty. Sometimes they did not return at all. He survived again, not because he was strong, but because he was overlooked. Hunger became constant. Days blurred together, marked only by fear and routine. He stopped counting years because years no longer meant progress. They only meant endurance. When peace was declared, it felt artificial. Borders were redrawn by people who had never walked the streets they divided. New governments arrived with new promises. They demanded loyalty, then obedience, then silence. He gave them all three. Officials came to collect testimonies. They asked him what he saw, what he remembered, who was responsible. He realized too late that honesty was dangerous. The truth did not match the narrative they needed, so he told them what they wanted to hear. His real memories stayed locked inside him. Images of faces that no longer existed in any database. Names that would never appear in textbooks. He carried them alone, like a private archive no one asked to see. Years later, historians arrived. They wore clean clothes and spoke confidently about the past. They referenced documents, statistics, official versions of events. He listened as his own life was summarized incorrectly, or not mentioned at all. He understood then that history does not record what happens. It records what is allowed to be remembered. His survival became inconvenient. He contradicted timelines. His presence raised questions. So slowly, deliberately, he was removed. His village disappeared from maps. His name vanished from registries. Photographs were lost. Files were misplaced. Not through violence, but through neglect. The most effective form of erasure. Neighbors passed away one by one. Witnesses faded. Stories died with them. In old age, he lived in a small room filled with nothing but echoes. Sometimes he spoke aloud, just to hear a voice confirm he was still there. Outside, the world moved forward, confident in its version of the past. When he died, there was no announcement, no record, no marker. History continued, intact and unquestioned. The man who survived it did not.